What's going on YouTube? My name is Darian and of course I go by the Bowtie Fragrance Guy. Listen, I talk about smelling good and looking good, man. I'm not gonna have you guys out here smelling good if you don't look your best as well. So I throw some style tips in there as well to make sure you guys are not only smelling great, you're looking great as well. So if you can dig that kind of content, I hope you don't mind subscribing to the channel. And make sure you hit the bell icon as well. That way, anytime I upload new content, you'll get notified. All right, guys, this is another one of those comprehensive lists. Like, if I could only have 10 fragrances for the summertime that are appropriate for the summertime for the rest of my life, these are the 10 fragrances that I would choose. So this is a good list if you're a person that's looking for just, in my humble opinion, what I feel like is the perfect fragrance to wear in the summertime. Then I think the recommendations on this list are going to work for you just like they work for me. So if you want to see what's on the list, you know the routine. Keep it locked right here. Let's get it.
The Bowtie Fragrance Guy.
All right, guys, we're back. Thank you so much for keeping it locked in. Let's go ahead and jump into this list. And these are in no particular order, but these are definitely fragrances I will give like a perfect 10 when you talk about summertime appropriate. This first fragrance comes from the house of Ramon Monegal, and this is called La Isla Blanca. La Isla Blanca, and I love this because when you think about summertime, you think about exotic, you think about traveling, you think about tropical destinations. This is that in a bottle. Listen, they don't list coconut as a note, but I get a very coconut kind of feel from this fragrance, which really lends to that whole tropical thing in my mind, man. But listen, this fragrance, you're definitely going to get some aldehydes, really clean aldehydes, some almond. There's some tonka bean here to really sweeten this fragrance up. Again, perfect fragrance to wear in the summer. Like I said, I would put these 10 fragrances for summertime up against almost any fragrance out there that people love to wear in the summertime and feel very confident that these are 10 of the best. You cannot beat this thing. Oh my God. You gotta get your nose on it if you haven't yet. Sometimes it's kind of hard to find. So if you see it, you know, maybe try to sample it if you can, but if not, I think this is a good one to jump on if you're looking for something great for the summer from the brand of Ramon Monegal. This is called La Isla Blanca. All right, now the next fragrance comes from the brand of Parfums Roma. And this is their signature summer fragrance, if you ask me. This one is called Aqua Viva. This is Aqua Viva, and this one is really easy to describe. This is like candied lemon heads. That's exactly what this fragrance smells like, man. Listen, if you like lemon, you're going to love this fragrance. It is like, it's lemon. It's like a slightly bitter or sour lemon that you get, but this thing is absolutely phenomenal. Of course, citrus notes, man, are generally, bergamot, things of that nature, are generally what make up a lot of the fragrances that we wear in the summertime that a lot of us have come to know and love, and this one is no different. This is the best lemon-based fragrance I've ever smelled in my life. This stuff is so good, man. So check it out if you can. This brand isn't as popular as a lot of other brands, but it is really good. This is an Italian niche brand, and they do fragrance as well. From the brand of Parfums Roma, this one is called Aqua Viva. All right, guys, the next fragrance up on the list. This fragrance actually is one that has made a lot of my summer niche lists over my course of time here on YouTube, and it's from the house of Le Labo. This is Bergamot 22. Bergamot 22. So behind most great citrus fragrances or summer-based fragrances, you're probably going to find a note of bergamot. It is one of the most used notes, I feel like, in perfumery or in fragrances, and this fragrance is centered around the note of bergamot. Bright, sparkling, uplifting bergamot fragrance. And again, when we talk about summer, and to me, it's really hard not to mention Bergamot 22 from Le Labo. So one of my favorites of all time. That's why it's on a list like this. Perfect 10 out of 10 summer fragrance from the house of Le Labo. This is Bergamot 22. Now this next fragrance is one I've talked about all the time. I've talked about it so much over the past 6 months or so. I know you guys are probably tired of hearing about it, but it has quickly moved into the category of being one of my favorite summer fragrances. Is from the house of Maison Sur. This is Ode Jean. And again, that translates to ginger water. This is a fragrance that is centered around a note of ginger. Again, all those notes are those words that I just used to describe Bergamot 22 when I talk about bright, uplifting. This is the best in class. That ginger note, which again, typically is kind of spicy. It's a little bit spicy, but it's more vibrant, more lively, more uplifting when it hits the skin. And I hope a lot of you guys have listened to what I've been saying about this fragrance and really tried it out, because in summertime, this thing shines. Gets a lot of compliments. Definitely one of the best summer fragrances in my entire collection. So check it out. It's from the house of Maison Sur. Again, guys, this is called Ode Jean. All right, guys. Now the next fragrance up on the list, this one comes from the house of Parfums, and this one is called Oceania. Oceania. Now, this fragrance is going to kind of put you in the mindset of Acqu Di Gio, because they're kind of constructed in a similar way. Now, you guys know, if you know anything about Rozier fragrances, he has a laundry list of notes in his fragrances, okay? But when it opens up, it's really about the citruses. This fruit basket kind of combination of notes. Lemon, lime, bergamot, lavender, grapefruit. Again, all the citrus notes are kind of in here in the opening of this fragrance, man. You get some vetiver on the dry down, labdanum. Like I said, vetiver, all kinds of stuff going on in this fragrance, but it translates to, again, as I simply break down the fragrance of a Rofa. If you're kind of sitting seaside and you have a basket of fruit and you cut them open and you let the sea breeze hit it, that's what's in this bottle right here. And when you talk about quintessential summer fragrances, it really does not get much better than that. So check this fragrance out from the brand of Neroli Portofino. If you're looking for a great summer fragrance, look no further than Oceania. All right, guys, if I were putting these in order, this would definitely be in the top 3 for sure. Okay? Quintessential summer fragrance from the brand of xerjoffnio. This is Neo. This is Neo. And I absolutely love this fragrance. To me, Neo is really all about Neroli. All right, Neroli and bergamot. It has a very green undertone to this fragrance as well. Now, Kobe is also another fragrance from this same line that actually highlights the note of Neroli as well, but they're done in very different ways, okay? That's a lot sweeter fragrance, a lot heavier fragrance to me than Neo. And again, this fragrance just works, guys. It works. This is about Neroli and jasmine to my nose. Neroli and jasmine. Again, one of the perfect fragrances to wear when it's really, really hot outside. Smells phenomenal, performs really well on my skin as well. I remember, just like yesterday when I first got this fragrance in my collection, I heard a lot about it. And sometimes when you hear so much about a fragrance, it can be a little bit of a letdown sometimes when you put your nose on it. That was not the case here. It was actually better than I expected. I cherish this fragrance. And again, when I talk about fragrances that I wear in the summertime, this is one of the best in class. Check it out. It's from the house of xerjoffnio. This is called Neo. All right, guys, this next fragrance, man, you can't do a list like this and not feature a fragrance from the brand of Creed. Honestly, Creed could have their own top 5 or 10 summer fragrances for life, and I would be perfectly fine with that, although I didn't want to do that from the standpoint of the video being interesting, although I could have. But this is one of the best from Creed for the summer, and that's saying a lot because they have so many great ones, but this is Virgin Island Water. Virgin Island Water, man, very tropical fragrance, all right? Anytime I go on vacation in the summertime, like my anniversary is in June, anytime I go out of town, I'm going to a beach or some tropical destination, I always take this fragrance because that is exactly, in my opinion, what this fragrance was created for. You get lime in here, you get coconut, and you get this rum and this kind of sugar accord on the bottom on the base. It's really sweeten this fragrance up. This is the perfect vacation elixir in a bottle. Great for the summertime, perfect for the summertime, perfect for wherever you're going to be traveling when it's hot outside. You need to have this fragrance in your collection. Easily one of the best summer fragrances ever created, in my humble opinion, from the brand of Creed. This is Virgin Island Water. All right, guys, another fragrance that if you look up uplifting in the dictionary, you're probably going to see a picture of this fragrance. I don't want to sound like a broken record, but man, all these fragrances are great for the summertime, but I really, Really love this one. It's very underrated in my humble opinion, from the brand of Bond number 9. This is called Ode New York. Ode New York, man. This one is kind of like taking some of the fragrances I already mentioned and combining them into one fragrance. Man, it has a nice ginger note in here. It has neroli. I've talked about that note. It has basil in here as well, which is featured in some of the other fragrances I've talked about on this list today. And neroli. I think neroli is the main note in this fragrance. And it took me a little bit of time to really understand what neroli was. It's floral, but it kind of gives this powdery nuance to fragrances. I love neroli. And there's a lot of it in this one as well. Again, this is an amazing summer fragrance, and it does not get the attention that I feel like it's really due. It's one of the best in the collection, man. Seriously. So try to get your nose on this one, guys. It's from the brand of Bond number 9, and this is called Ode New York. All right, guys, and last but not least, this fragrance is another one that features a note of neroli. And it is from the brand of Tom Ford, and this is Neroli Portofino. Neroli Portofino. Now, this is a fragrance. This was my introduction to the note of neroli. Now, they've got the Neroli Portofino Aqua. They've got the Forte. I've never put my nose on Forte, although they say that one kind of enhanced the performance. But one of the knocks on this fragrance was it didn't perform that well. But again, it's a summer fragrance, guys. But I understand some people not, having an issue with that, I would say, because the Tom Ford private blend fragrances can be rather expensive. But if you look on the gray market, you can find this for what I feel is a reasonable price. And if you like neroli, you're gonna love it. It's that simple. This is one of the best neroli fragrances ever created. And a lot of neroli based fragrances kind of mimic this DNA. I'm just telling you what my experience has been and what I've seen. All right. So this is kind of sort of what got my love for neroli going. And great for the summertime, man. What can I say? I love this fragrance, man. It's from the brand of Tom Ford, and this one is called Neroli Portofino. All right, guys, and I got one more for you. If you love and you're not afraid as a guy to wear florals, let's go. We need to talk. Check this fragrance out, guys. I'm not going to disappoint you on this one. Make sure you check this one out. It is from the brand of the Harmless, and this is called Yin Transformation. Yin Transformation. And as you probably would think or indicate by the name, this is a transformative fragrance when it hits your skin. Check it out, man. It's chucked and shellacked full of florals, but I'm telling you, fellas, that one works on our skin. It is a compliment magnet. You will thank me later. Check it out. Check it out. It's from the brand of the Harmless. Great for the summertime. It's called Yin Transformation. But that is it, guys. That is my time, man. I hope you enjoyed this video today. What are some fragrances you have in your collection that is like your all-time great 10 out of 10 summer fragrances, the ones you would keep for life if you only could keep a few of your fragrances? What do you guys have in your collection that fit that description? I would love to hear from you down in the comment section. Now, as always, I sincerely appreciate you guys' time and your attention to these videos. I know you don't have to watch, but you do. And I sincerely appreciate that. Now, don't forget to make sure you take a few moments to go ahead and like, comment, and subscribe. And make sure you are sharing these videos out to some other folks out there that you think could use this information to find it entertaining. Because I'm your guy, Darian. I'm the Bowtie Fragrance Guy. I love to look good, and of course, I love to smell amazing. So until next time, guys, keep looking good, keep smelling even better. I'll catch you on the flip side.